okay, we're going to have a fight. And everybody's taking their shirt off and they're about, 10 feet away. And that's a different aspect of martial arts. MMA or combat sports, boxing. I train with these people and I've trained them. Go in and take care of that situation. Who's committed, comes from violence. And Biomechanics. That was my next step of evolution. And be able to pile through and handle that situation. And I know it's not for everybody, but I think it has a lot to offer.
Hi, my name is Mike Soto. I'm a martial arts coach, combatives consultant with over 40 years of researching, learning, and teaching martial arts. I want to invite you to my new video course, Fundamental Skills for Martial Arts and Fighting. The contents of this video series is based on my extensive research in Muay Thai, Western boxing, and Chinese and Filipino martial arts. In this course, you will learn some essential skills that will create a more connected and relaxed body structure that will allow you to deliver more power in your strikes. These body skills will create a more efficient way to use any offensive or defensive technique. You will also learn some essential footwork to guarantee the delivery of your techniques. These skills can be applied to enhance any martial arts practice and can greatly benefit anyone from beginners to advanced practitioners, regardless of style. Don't miss this opportunity to bring your martial arts skills to the next level.
It's like a term, well, somebody does something to you and you have to try to, resolve the situation. I'm speaking combatives when something just explodes in your face with a very aggressive and violent encounter if you were not able to de-escalate it. Something in the real world. Not so much like honorable combat when two people, okay, we're going to have a fight and everybody's taking their shirt off and they're about, 10 feet away. That's all well and good, and a lot of martial arts can address that, like kickboxing, right, wrestling, all the modern martial arts. But I'm talking about when things happen, they explode in a second, and there's no time for that. With someone that doesn't care about your life, and we're dealing with people with a psychological state of mind that if you cannot provide the same, you're at a disadvantage. And that's a different aspect of martial arts, because people confuse these. There's the sport martial arts aspect, which you can learn a lot from that. Absolutely. We see it, in the ring and a lot of what I learned is based on that, but you have to change modalities, so you have anybody that's in MMA or combat sports, boxing, Muay Thai, these guys are, my hat's off to them, because I train with these people and I've trained them, as a coach. So I have nothing but the utmost respect of these people's ability and heart. But that's one aspect of martial arts. Then you have the self-defense aspect where people learn it, again, in case there's some aggression, then they will try to resolve the situation. But again, there's a lot of missing in there because depending on what you're facing, if you don't have the right psychological state of mind to commit, to actually go in and take care of that situation, you're at a disadvantage because you don't know what you're facing. Right? Especially somebody who's a violent person, who's committed, comes from violence, and you don't. And their mindset is totally different than yours. If you cannot develop a mindset that it's even worse than theirs, to just come in and do what you have to do, you're at a disadvantage. So I wanted to find out how all this works. And that's where I was more attracted to, although I can appreciate all aspects. So that's been most of my journey. I became very, very interested in body mechanics. That was my next step of evolution, right? I was interested in, well, how can we use the body more efficiently, where in that state of mind, you can then be explosive, efficient, without wasting a lot of energy, and be able to pile through and handle that situation. How can you use that in a combative sport? Because there are many people who believe, and I do understand that point of view, like, for example, Chinese internal martial arts, you see, like, that they have a very sophisticated way of moving in how to create power in the body that's different from something that's more muscular driven, external, more athletic. And of course, there are two very almost opposite ways of creating energy and power. And you can either become super good or one or the other. It's what they say, what they believe. You cannot serve two masters or something like that. But I believe, no, there's some components from this side that you can use in this side and vice versa. I always thought, what if I use this way of moving and creating power, really relaxed, and then plug it into this more of a kickboxing situation, right? How can you put those two? So that's been kind of my theme, something that I've been researching for years and years and try to develop and make it a little bit more accessible and assimilated by the general public, And I know it's not for everybody, but I think it has a lot to offer.